have 11 questions from 11 years old Novi. What is her channel? Novi's Reptile. So she sent me these 11 questions. So I'm gonna answer all of them right now. Number one, what animal inspired you to do what you're doing? Animal that inspired me to do what I'm doing? Pretty much ball python. You know, from the very beginning. This is probably something that you guys find it really weird because I used to hate snakes. I mean, knowing that what I have right now, you guys probably like, yeah, that's not possible, but that's the truth. I used to hate snakes. Okay, question number two. What gives you inspiration to create the combos that you do? Inspiration to make combo that I make. Let me see. Okay, I'm gonna make it like really short. My personality is either you here or here. I don't like anything in the middle. So when it comes to creating combos, I like anything super busy. I'm talking about like a lot of patterns, like Inferno, Inferno, Red Spectrum, or one of my Yakuza project that I'm working on right now, or things like Pompeii that Justin is working on right now. Either that kind of pattern, or I like anything stripe. I'm talking about just like solid stripe. Anywhere from highway, freeway, what else? Genetic stripe. I'm not really working on the genetic stripe because there's no value. If you're working on genetic stripe, please don't get mad. That's just my opinion. Anyway, anything stripe. So like Soul Soccer, I love that thing. And then yeah, that's pretty much it. So nothing in the middle. So either stripe, like solid stripe with color, or solid color, or anything really busy. I'm talking about a lot of pattern, like super busy. So yeah, and then what inspired me to create the new combos, or like what I'm working on right now, is I like things that catch my attention. Anything color, like anything that pop up, like that red color, that fiery color, like Pompeii. I love Pompeii. And then Inferno, so that fire thing that really inspired me to create combos, like, you know, for the next seasons, and, you know, keep moving forward, trying to implement it, that particular color. Okay, question number three. What's your rack temperature, and do you go by a breeding season or breed all year long? What my rack temperature? The hotspot is 90, and then it stays the same all year long, never change. The cool side is gonna be based on the ambient temperature in the facility. I would say anywhere between 80, 83, no lower than 75. And then the good thing is we don't have any crazy season here. I mean, in California, we don't have so-called like winter, like snow. So I'm always able to maintain the temperature based on what the animals needs. Yeah. And then do you breed seasonally or breed all year long? I breed all year long. I don't have any seasons. I know some of the breeders, well, not some, but most of the breeders, they wait until fall season or Thanksgiving. I don't do that. There's a lot of story behind it, which I'm gonna cover maybe the next videos, or, you know, kind of explain it to you guys how I breed, like anything, you know, from start to the end. And then the reason I don't do the breeding process, you know, based on the season, because I mean, think about this way, right? If you have that rack, so let's just take a quick example. ARS 7030s, right? So we have 30 racks in that shelf, right? So let's say if you go by season, somewhere along the line within that period, right? Not every female in that top are ready to go. Some might be ready, some might not. So if I shut down everything and then push them based on the season, or like let's say if the fall comes, or like next week is Thanksgiving. So those females that are not ready, but if I push them to get ready, they're not gonna go, and then it's gonna affect the rest of the females within that rack. Makes sense, right? So I go based on if they're ready, I breed them. If not, I'll wait for another month or so. So the female dictate how the season is gonna go. I hope that makes sense. I know it's kind of weird, but yeah, I don't do by season, so I go by whenever they're ready. So my job as the keeper is to kind of providing them based on what they need in order for them to prepare them to be ready when the breeding season comes. That's yeah. I'm gonna go over more details because I don't want to make this a really like 2 hours video. So let's move. Oh, so the answer to that, no, I don't do by seasons. I go all year long. Number 4, what is your most memorable moment in owning reptiles or snakes? Memorable moment? Maybe when I had my very first clutch. Yeah, I was freaking out like crazy. So, but yeah, just like anything else, right? Your first time's always the worst one. But after you get used to it, and then you practice season by season, and then you get to learn the process. The next couple of seasons will be like super easy. So yeah, I think the most memorable moment is that, and then the second one is when one of my many import projects actually proven out to be genetic. Yeah, so that's kind of like my first taste, proving out something cool. So I was like, oh, okay, that's actually really fun. And then yeah. Okay, number 5. What is or was your most anticipated clutch to date? I have a few. One of I have a lot of the sunset project that I'm really that I'm really want to focus on for the next few seasons, and then I miss on the sunset clown, which is I don't even want to talk about it. This really hurts. But it is what it is. You cannot really push them. I mean, the nature takes its course, and then there's nothing you can really do as a keeper, because you only provide them based on what they need, and then they do based on what they really want to do, and then but moving forward, I like that Yakuza project, which is the Hurricane and then the Motley, and then I have a few imports project that lining up, and then I just proven out 2 of them, which is kind of great. One of them is Enzo, and then the other one I'm gonna keep it for like Loki right now, but I'm gonna post and then kind of share once everything is ready, because I don't want to come out and then say this and that without having all the information or knowing how the gene actually works, because that's just not how I do things. But yeah, that's probably what is the most anticipated clutch. I miss on the sunset clown, and then sunset pipe. Yeah, that's kind of like not going good so far. I have the marshmallow project. That's hopefully earlier next season, 2020. I'm gonna have the official one. I know some people been asking about it. Some people interested about the project, and then some people kind of like jealous about the project because they think, oh, it's just the Desegos, and then some of them even say it's ancient Desegor. It doesn't look like Desegos. I mean, I have this ghost. I mean, if I mean, I can't tell the difference. And then some people, some of my friends, big breeders, and then some of my good buddies that actually, saw it in person. They kind of agree with me. Yeah, that's something else. So I'm really excited about that one. And then I have a few more. It's like too many to actually discuss it right now. But as we move forward, I'm gonna kind of share a little bit once I get to know what's going on, once I learn how the gene works, and then you guys gonna know. So stay tuned. Okay, question number 6. Where did you come out with DeadMouze.com? The name DeadMouze.com. Okay, like I said earlier, I don't like anything in the middle, so either here or down here. So when it comes to music, I like anything from like house music, trance, to the really like really mellow. So I'm talking about either trance or go to like jazz. Anything that can makes me really relax, that smooth environment, smooth feeling. That's what I like. So I don't like anything in the middle. I don't really listen to country music. I don't really listen to pop or hip hop or things like that. But yeah, so the name came from one of my favorite DJs, DeadMouze, but I cannot use. I mean, obviously, I cannot use his name because it's copyright. It just doesn't make sense. I'm gonna get a pull down just because of the name. So I switched the wording a little bit, but people know. I mean, it's actually DeadMouze, and then so it came from one of my favorite DJ, DeadMouze, and then I should probably make a video explain it, like the whole how I came out with the logo and then the name and things like that. So maybe we can do that in a separate video and then explain it like the whole details from the beginning. Okay, so number 7. What is the craziest thing someone has ever said about what you do? The craziest things. There's a lot of, well, not a lot, but I don't really listen to like bad comments or people hating or like complaining, jealous or things like that. But one of the most gracious is probably came from one of my auntie. I know, family member. That's crazy, right? So yeah, it was back then. I think it's like a few years back. So she said something about, like, why you like reptiles that bad? Because you have to understand that I came from a really well, not religious, but it's more like a conservative family. So they don't like to kind of like relate themselves with something that, well, they think liking a snake is like evil. It's like really bad things. It's like having like tattoos. Tattoos are fine, but people always relate tattoos with bad people. Same thing like some. She said something about, you're a successful, person, but why you like, crazy things? Because I like a lot of hobbies, anything from racing, hunting, and then, and then this for the reptile thing. So yeah, but I don't really care so much about what other people say or think about me, but it is what it is. All right, number 8. What is one gene you still want to work with or what to see work with more? What one gene that you still want to work with and want to see to work on more? Let me see. What gene that I want more? I like anything new. That's probably why one of the reasons I like to work with the imports. I know it takes a lot of time, but that the sense of feeling that not knowing the outcome, that's really gets me excited. Just like I said earlier about that albino project, let's say, right? I already know it's gonna be yellow and white So what's the point for me to use my resource, like money and times, and then employees, just to create something that I already know how it's gonna look like. If that, I mean, I'm not saying that albino project is bad. So don't get mad if you're working on with albino project, okay? It's just for my personal preference, because I like things that I cannot tell what the outcome is gonna be. So that's why I love working on with project, like import project, because I cannot tell how, like when I pair like a certain project to another one, if I do not know like which outcome I'm gonna get, that gets me really excited. That's probably why I love to work with, like the Sunset project, my Marshmallow project, and a few imports that I'm lining up for 2020, 2021, 2022, and then like keep moving forward. I love that kind of that sensation, that not knowing, because if I already able to tell, like, okay, if I breed this to that, I'm gonna get that, I have no excitement after that, so Sunset probably one of the most project that I'm focused on right now. Well, my top 5. I have a few others, but yeah. Other than that, probably the second one is probably Marshmallow, and then the Yakuza project is gonna be really huge. I have a lot of questions about that project. And then what else? Yeah, that's pretty much it for now. I have a lot of things that in the work right now, but I cannot really put it out there, because some of the project I'm working on is related to the other breeders, and then they don't want me to say this and that, so I kind of like have to keep it that way. But nothing really exciting, but I want to see more that a monsoon project, that's pretty exciting to kind of like to see how some breeders that working on right now, how they're gonna produce like more combos within that within that gene. And also what else are new? Yeah, nothing really like catching my eyes right now in terms of like new genes, because I'm not trying to be bragging or whatnot, but I have pretty much all the ingredient that I need to create any combos that I want at this point. But yeah, okay, let's move forward. Number 9, is there anything in my collection you could see yourself using in yours? Well, I have to check what you have. But I'm always looking for something new. I'm always like to get more ideas, because okay, this is actually a good question. So the way I look at things, right? Because we have so many, I mean, like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds breeders, and then not really like 1,000 breeders, probably like hundreds and hundreds, and then I'm talking about just in the U.S. right now, right? But you have to understand there's another market too, like in Asia, in UK, in Canada. There's like a few hundreds, right? So the way I look at things is, so let's say right now, okay, just a quick examples, right? Like desert ghost. I have the project, but I'm not really focused on it. Why? Because I have a few friends that actually working on it. Like Will, he's working on it right now, and then Jeremy from Firestone Reptiles, Firefighters Reptiles, something like that. And then I have Miguel is working on it. Ozzy is working on it, and then my good buddy Adams it's working on it. So for me, why should I work on the same project too? You know what I mean? So I would rather use my resource and my energy and my time to work on something else. So what I do is, okay, I have the project, right? That's it goes, right? And then I have all of these friends. So if they produce something cool, and then if I need it for my project, then I'm just gonna call them like, hey, bro, I need that. Do you want to sell that? You know, and then I'll get that. So I have all of these network based on my good buddies. So I don't have to work on, you know, like any project that exists in the market or in this hobby. That's not how I do things, because I would rather focus on something else, and then somewhere along the line, if I need to create something that I want to make, right? And if I don't have the ingredient, but my friend or my good buddy have that combos, I'm just gonna buy from them instead of like me trying to make that to go to where I wanna, you know, to produce. It just doesn't make sense, because it's gonna take me forever to get to where I wanna, you know, accomplish. I don't know if that makes sense. I know I'm kind of like mumbling around, but that's how I do things. So how do I make it short? Okay, I have any ingredients that I have that I need to make any combos that I want, but I'm not focusing on the whole thing, if that makes sense to you guys, because that's why I have all of these friends, you know. They help me sometimes in like the Sunset project or the Clown Pie project. So I don't have to focus, because do you know how much resource do you need to have every project that exists in the hobby? Well, first, it's impossible. And then second is you're gonna get exhausted instead of like just having fun and then enjoy the whole process. You're gonna be like exhausted, because you have to, you know, put a lot of resources, your time and your energy, just to create, you know, like everything that you see out there. It doesn't make sense to me. So that's how I do things. Okay, let's move forward. Number 10. What's your favorite color palette on your snake? What's my favorite color? I like red, obviously. I like anything that looks like a fiery. So I'm talking about like yellow, orange, that colors. And then I like things that improve, because we have to understand and then kind of like realize if ball python they don't age quite well. I mean, they're not the same like reticulary python or like a blood python. So they tend to lose their, you know, their vivid colors when they age. You know, usually after they hit like 700 grams, sometimes it's like 500, you know, and then after that it just like goes downhill. So my objective every time I create something is to improve, and then to make sure if that vivid color, when they hatch, they can carry that along until they, you know, they get to the point like they're like 200,000 grams or even more. So yeah, so that's what I'm really focused on right now. And okay, question number 11. Oh, this is the last question. Could I get some hurricane clown love for my birthday? Oh yeah. So it was last week. No, this week. Earlier this week was her birthday. So happy belated birthday. So you are a Virgo, same like me. No wonder you're really, really smart. And then that's now something that I see as a must in my clown project. So can I hook you up with a clown, with the hurricane clown? Yeah, sure. I'll hook you up with the price and things like that. So just let me know when you guys ready. So yeah, and then I think that's it. So 11 question from 11 years old Novi. I hope that helps. I mean, some of these questions are really, really good questions. I should probably do this more often, because I've been, you know, kind of like replying emails and question tags for nothing. So if I can gather like all of these frequent asked questions, that'll be great, because hopefully that way I don't have to keep answering the same question over and over again. I hope that helps, and then I'll see you guys next time.